Hey, what's up guys? It's our first ever FIFA 22 market recap of the day, and we're gonna talk about what we've done so far, how we've made coins, how many games we played, so that you guys get a feel of the game and actually how we started FIFA 22 on the web app and on EA Early Access. So we currently have over here 17,000 coins, as you guys can see. We didn't pack anything except for a ZX. We actually packed two ZX, so I sold one. And with 2k, I basically traded my way up to 17 or so k. Now, I did pick up a couple guys who I wish I kept. Like, I picked up this Mertens for 5k. I sold him for 6.5k. So that was a good little flip there. But I knew that a lot of these players, I needed a team for rivals. I knew a lot of these players would go up. And I managed to get a good deal on Lozano, who I believe is now up as well. And there's something that I want to show you guys with the market. Now, Footbin as well is going to be your best friend throughout this. One thing I do recommend before you buy players, look at the popular players, because those popular players will definitely help you out in choosing your team. Now, for example, Marlon is one of them. Like, the reason I picked up Marlon, I picked him up for 6k, is because he's been around that all day. He hasn't really he's been going up a little bit, but not a lot. So I do think he will go up a little bit more. But I'm not gonna lie, I've used him and I thought he was absolutely trash. But maybe people might like him. I still do think he's very, very cheap. I mean, he's a lot cheaper than other alternatives. A lot of these cards are quite cheap too. Martial, I feel like he will get extinct soon. Jesus, I think he'll get extinct soon. Lacroix is extinct. Renato is extinct. Juste is practically extinct. His max price, I believe, is 27.75k on PS anyway. I'm not too sure, I can't remember. I heard Lukaku is amazing in game, so his price will probably go up. A lot of these cards that you see here on the popular section, their prices probably will go up because these are cards that people want to use in the game. Neymar's obviously gone up. Mbappe's gone up. Messi, I don't know if you can see him here. Hopefully he's here. Because I saw Messi at 500k earlier and it was actually a shock to the system. I saw Lionel Messi. Where is he? This is crazy. I saw Lionel Messi at 500k earlier. And then I checked his price, oh, here he is. I checked his price a little bit later and he was at 700k. He's back down to 583 or 600k. What I think is happening, guys, is loads of people are trying out these cards, saying if he's good or not, and just reviewing the card. Now, I do think that loads of people probably do like Messi. You can probably just see over here if people like him or not. But I just think because he's Messi, his price will go up anyway. A lot of meta cards will. But what we're going to be talking about is how we made the coins. Now, I know that you guys, all well and good, that stuff is all well and good, trends are all well and good, but I genuinely think that there's a great potential to make coins. There is one method that I use today. Now, I normally don't show sniping methods, I do trend trading, but there is one sniping sort of method that I used at the start of the game, and it was gold rare centre backs in the Premier League. Now, the reason why I did this, guys, is because firstly, we know that Premier League is the best league in the world, in this game actually. I'm not going to get into too much politics. And a lot of the centre backs, even like Harry Maguire, all of that, they were coming in at around about 1.5k on a snipe. Now, Matip is the cheapest rare gold centre back, which is crazy. Can you believe it? Matip, the cheapest rare gold centre back at 1.5k. Now, what I was doing is I was actually doing a filter where all of the centre backs come in. So 1.5k is the cheapest, right? You want to try and pick up a Sayuncu, you want to try and pick up Bailly's, because I don't know if I've sold a Sayuncu recently. Yeah, so I sold a Soyuncu recently for 2.7k, as you can see here. So, as you guys saw, in that filter, there was a 1.5k Soyuncu and Bailly that came up. So, that's a good way to make coins. That's a good way that I found, because firstly, loads of people like these cards. And Soyuncu's price is only going to go up, I think. I mean, he's 80 rated. Okay, not the best rating. But if people want a fast, good centre-back for the start of the game, he is definitely it. And he is extremely cheap. He's a lot cheaper than the likes of Eder Militao, etc, etc. And obviously links are pretty good as well. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is what we're going to do for tomorrow and what the plan is for tomorrow. So tomorrow, rewards do come out, but we're trying to trade to 100k by tomorrow, maybe 150k. We actually didn't have enough time to do SPCs, but the foundation SPCs at all, at hybrid leagues, nations, and league and nation hybrids. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that we're going to be doing this tomorrow is because firstly, I think hopefully prices do settle by tomorrow. I don't think they will. I think prices will still keep on going up. But if we can get this done, like, or I can get this done off stream and just do it. It will be absolutely amazing for us because it allows me to show you guys what we can potentially pack. It allows you to make even more coins. I saw Nick run the foot market actually do this, and he got Neymar in a pack. So genuinely, I think that guys, you should be doing this. But also, one thing I do want to say, when you do hybrid league, hybrid nations, League of Nation hybrids, do not look at Footbin's solutions. And let me just show you why. Firstly, loads of people use it as a means to making coins, so they make their own solution and then they get, like, I'm not saying Discords do this, but some Discords may do this. I'm not going to say anything. They might get their peoples to upvote, say, a solution, and all those cards these guys would be selling. Now, I'm not saying this happens, but it happens. So what you guys need to do is, if you look at these solutions, because these guys are the most popular ones here, it's saying that this guy Gabriel is 650, this guy Pedro is 650. Now I guarantee if we go into the web app, there's no way that these guys will be that price. And I'll tell you the reason why is because now they're the popular solution. Loads of people will be buying them, and the price that you think you're gonna pay before you do this SPC, and not many people talk about this, will just go up. Like we said, this Gabriel was 650 coins, guys, right? He's 700 on a snipe. Wait, is it that Gabriel? I don't even know. Yeah, okay. How much was this Gabriel? Okay, 700, right? 700 on a snipe. Okay, so he's not actually 700 coins. Then, okay, if you're lucky, you can get him for 750. And then, if you're lucky, he's actually selling for 800. Now, I'm not saying that this is a huge example. Obviously, it's 100 coins apart. It's not a big problem. But the issue with this is, this solution could have just come up. So, imagine this is 800 coins. Or 100 coins plus now. Imagine if this solution has been the main solution for the last 2 days. So that is why do not use Footbin solutions for any SBCs unless you are really stuck. Maybe use it for an idea, but don't buy the same players because it really harms you. And last year I was spending 20k on a 12k SBC. That 8k you can use in investing in cards. This moves us swiftly over to the other part of the video where we're going to be talking to you guys about what you guys should be looking to invest in. So I told you guys to look at the popular section, but I would stay clear of any low ratings, like I would say 79s or below, or even 80s or below. So cards that I would look at, if you're looking for a safe bet, Gabriel Jesus every year goes up. Martial, Gomez, these cards are low rated but meta. Saint Max I wouldn't risk. And the reason being is because if you actually look at Gabriel Jesus in the video I did earlier, you guys would see that, look, firstly his price, I believe in the last couple of hours, if they show it, I don't know if they show it, but his price, yeah, they don't show it, but his price basically was a lot cheaper earlier. His price was 8k earlier, and now he's 13.25k. His price range is 80k, so he is rapidly rising. And there will be a window tomorrow where you could potentially get him at closer to that 12k mark. If you do get him for that 12k mark, he will be great. Another card that I've seen rise a lot today is a Marquinhos. Now Marquinhos I saw at 45k earlier, and now he is sitting at 58,000 coins, so he's gone up 13k. Now one thing I do want to say, this is a tip for all of you guys, yeah? You can practically invest in any meta card, usable card in the popular section. But I want you guys to watch the card for at least an hour. So just put it on your transfer list, see how much he's going for, an hour later see how much he's going for. If the card is rising a lot, don't buy the card. If the card rises by like 1%, like 100 or 200 or 300 coins, rise a little bit, that's when you should be looking to invest in those sorts of cards. Now I hoped this video has helped you. I mean, it's helped me just telling you. But before we go, I'm going to tell you a bonus way of making coins. So forget all the trends. There's an SBC over here called League of Nation Basics, One Nation Midfield. Now there is one sniping filter in particular that I love to use. It's search transfer market. You go into quality, you go into silver, you don't need to use rare, you need to go to midfield because obviously you're looking for One Nation Midfield, and you choose a top 9 nation. Now the top 9 nation I'm going to use is France. You guys can use any nation, and what I want you guys to do is actually find where the cheapest buy now is for French midfielders. So as you guys can see, the cheapest buy now currently is around about 2k. It's 2k, right? Now what you want to do, guys, is practically snipe stuff at 1.5 or cheaper, so you'll be making coins instantaneously. I'm saying instantaneously because yeah, you will be. You want to be making coins as soon as possible. And I'd recommend, if you're looking to invest in cards, have at least 50,000 coins. Now, I was a bit silly. I wanted to play my Rivals game, so I invested in cards that I could play with and then trade. So I'm going to show you what I invested in and what I'm going to sell off throughout the night. So I'm going to sell it off tonight. Hopefully by the end of the night I should have around about 40k, and I might do some tradings overnight, but if I do, I'll let you guys know tomorrow and even on stream, so guys get that free. But guys, as you see, they do come up quite frequently actually, and they're only 1.5k. like it's not breaking the bank. You're making up to 500 coins. Sometimes you can get less than 1.5k, but this is a filter that I use. You can change the nation if whatever nation you choose doesn't work. Like that's 1,000. Oh, there we go. We picked up one for 1.4k. Can we pick up another? We can't. But we picked up one for 1.4k, which is okay, which is actually great. After tax, look, after tax, guys, we are still making 500 coins on what we just did. So yes, it might take a while getting used to whatever, getting used to the filters or finding the right nation, finding the pricing to buy and whatever. But once you get it done, it's very easy to snipe, and web app is the best place to make coins. I am going to sell all of these cards that I'm going to show you now overnight. Well, probably not overnight, probably just now. So these are basically the starting 11 that I had in my team. So it's Osimhen, Marlon, who I picked up at 6.8. I think Marlon's actually dropped in price. I only bought Marlon because I wanted to try him out mainly, and he looked like a good investment. But that's why I'm saying be very careful with cards that aren't meta. I do think that his price will still rise, so I'm going to try and lazy him for around about 8k, 7.7, 8k. Look, actually, to be fair, he is selling for around about, he's selling more than 6k, so his price is going back up, so that's not an issue. Osimhen we picked up for 1.3, great deal. Lozano, guys, we picked up for 4.3k. Zielinski, now this one rose quite a bit because he's also got 4-star. He's above 2k. We picked him up for 1k. I actually think he's going to rise more. I've used it. Oh, 4.6k. No, that's not so crazy, man. But yeah, around about 2.5k he's selling for, so nearly doubled our coins there. Great coins to be made. Even Nkunku's a guy we packed, but he's probably going to go for like 1.5. But Zielinski, I'm telling you, he's a great card in game, and he actually fits the meta surprisingly. If you have a hunter on this card, you will like him. But I'm not saying invest in him. What I'm saying to invest in is definitely go into those popular players and actually see which cards appeal to you. So I think Gabriel Jesus is probably the best value one at the moment. I think he's too cheap. Other cards that I think are too cheap, that actually shouldn't be this cheap, are Premier League centre backs, ironically, and that's why I said to snipe them, because I just think that most Premier League centre backs are too cheap. Let's go to positions, let's go to centre back, let's go to league, and let's go to top 5 Premier League. As you guys can see, Davinson Sanchez was currently, well, Davinson Sanchez earlier was 3,000 coins. Let's see how much he is now. So Davinson Sanchez is still 3k, so I still think that's a really good price for him. But he's got 75 pace, so you could go with that. Sayinchu is 2.8, so he's rising slowly, which is interesting as well. Joe Gomez is 50k practically. He probably will rise. I think that's too good a price for him. You've got Rudiger's, that's 12k. So like, look, Davinson Sanchez 2k, Rudiger's 12k. Do the maths. Varane is way too expensive. He was 260k earlier. He's 312 now. Laporte, if you guys are looking to invest into fodder, Laporte is probably the best card to invest in my opinion. 5,900 coins for an 86 rate centre back. He's a little bit quicker than Ruben Dias as well. So yeah, guys, you might like that too. But there are a lot of good centre back options that are investments. So that's why rare golds are definitely something that you should be looking at in the Premier League. And I do think that there's a lot of coins you can make. Even Romero, I think Romero is slightly overpriced. I would definitely still look at the likes of Davinson Sanchez, Sayuncu, even Eric Bailly. I think Eric Bailly for 1.5k is way too cheap. I think these cards will go up. It depends how much they will go up to. I do also think that coins will be pumped into the game tomorrow, with rivals coming out, with creators and everyone else trying to buy their favorite players for weekend league slowly. But if you guys are looking to buy players for your team for the first ever weekend league, you literally have today and tomorrow, because I guarantee to you, when the full game releases in 4 days, 3 days now, it is going to be so expensive to build a team. So Davinson Sanchez, which is 3k now, could be 10k then. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. till next time, peace out, and see you guys in a bit.